Thank you. Yes. So welcome back first, and our prodigal son returns. Our local hero is back to CSK. A few words on that.
No, look, obviously, it's a very critical part of every cricketer's life today that you have to venture into the auction and you go professionally to different teams and play. It comes with a value, and obviously, people that value at a certain price and certain demands, you have to go up there. But most importantly for me, the learning ground was CSK. That's exactly where I took off from. Learned some valuable lessons, burst onto the scene, and then obviously went on to do much greater things than what I imagined myself. The fact of the matter is, we all go through the same circle. We all loop within the same circle. Having gone to different teams and enjoyed the different vibes of different teams, learning new things, but there's nothing really like home. So coming back here was something that was a dream for me. The fact that they did go for me and get me back at the auction, not only is a happy moment for me, but it speaks volumes of the owners and what the city means to me.
As fans, we're so glad you're back. Absolutely.
So, as a young boy, what inspired you to take up cricket? Did you play other sports? Did you ever have your hand in squash?
Yes, I have played a bit of squash, but because of my, I do have a few niggles on my knees, so it's not the greatest of sport if you do have issues with your knees. But because my friend pivots a lot, I have to be very careful with my knee. But I took up to most racket sports, even though I'm not the most blessed in terms of my physical abilities on the lookout of it, on the front of it. I do play racket sports pretty well, starting from tennis to badminton. I played for Tamil Nadu as a ball badminton player as well. So table tennis, mostly I took up the racket sports. I play a bit of football, not very good, but yeah, not bad.
So, what made you play cricket?
For me, cricket was something that came very naturally at home because my dad is a cricket tragic. He used to play a lot of tennis ball cricket when he was young, but didn't have the means to be able to pursue a career in cricket. He used to play some league cricket. I used to go with him, watch the games of cricket that he played, and eventually that's how I got pushed into it. I took a fascination to it, watched a lot of cricket on television. Those were the booming days of television. You used to hear a lot of radio commentary for cricket, and television had just boomed through in the early 90s. So for me, watching cricket live on TV was a real spectacle, and that's how I started watching and playing the game.
So,
we all make the mistake of thinking that we are going to be the best, right? Like, I'm sure all people sitting here are wonderful businessmen by themselves and within their right, but make no mistake in believing that we won't be the last. There will be people that will surpass us, and that's just the nature of evolution. I really wish to see somebody even better than me. If I don't think like that, then I'm doing a major disservice to the sport that I play and also the person that I am. So I'd love for somebody to surpass me and be at least 100 folds better than me.
So continuing on that, you've said your role models are Anil Kumble and Harbhajan Singh in cricket. What about outside cricket? Who inspires you? Who motivates you?
Sachin Tendulkar is my role model, and if somebody said the generation I came up from, if somebody said they didn't skip a beat when Sachin batted, that would be a grave mistake. What was the second
outside
one?
Cricket?
Yeah, outside cricket. Interestingly, I have a lot of interest in history. I read a lot of it. I became a huge fan. Fortunately, due to COVID, we were all bunkered up inside our houses, and I stumbled upon this wonderful novel called Ponniyin Selvan, which is how I gather a lot of history around kings, how those evolutions were in the past, because we very often think about the future, live in the day, live in the present, but most of our problems of today have answers in the past. That's how I look at, even when I look at movies or read books or watch some series of episodes, there is something to learn out of it. So for me, Ponniyin Selvan really captivated my mind. I would probably think Rajaraja Cholan is one of the greatest inspirations for me. I then went back and read about him and what all great things that he did. The man lived beyond his time. Not easy to hand over your crown to another person, right? When you're bestowed upon with it. So those are great qualities of a human being, and I totally think.
Avid reader? Do you read a lot?
Yes, I do. I don't like generally reading autobiographies or mainstream advisory books, if I can call that.
Sports people are jealous of cricketers. But given the immense
I
star
figured that out when you asked the first question.
in India, but behind the glamour, what are the biggest challenges?
Look, I mean, just to address the first part of what you said, I do understand, like, I do get it when you see someone, like, I had seen a few tweets of late, I've seen people speak about it, I do interact with some of the other sports stars as well. Once when I had this conversation with Sunil Chetri, we were just there for a shoot, for a brand endorsement, and then we were having this conversation about how cricketers are very blessed in this country, and I do agree we are blessed. But Sunil Chetri pointed out something amazing, and it just blew my mind. He said, yes, you guys are blessed, you guys get the attraction, you guys are, the envy of a lot of other people, but that's just the way the world is. It's not like I don't get my attention where I go. I'm still a footballer and people recognize me. It's just about staying completely comfortable in your own skin. Let me be very honest, if I just played the game and I didn't get the attention that I haven't got today, it's easier said than done. People might think that it's easy for you to say it. I would be completely fine because I didn't take up the sport because people would recognize me. I took up the sport because I genuinely fell in love with it. And I'm in love with it, will continue to be in love with it. So,
Fantastic.
in many ways, are we comfortable in our own skin? Are we comfortable with what we have? Are we comfortable with what we love? Because I don't think you need anything beyond that. And having a conversation with PR Srijesh, seems completely comfortable in his skin, got all the recognition after his Olympic medals, and now he's moved on. He's branched off. He started coaching a lot of young hockey players, and so is Pulaya Gopichan. You can find a humpty number of examples that you can show to people rather than looking at it the other way around. It's all in the way we look at things, not in the way we actually exhibit.